Pubaza Gabinu, you, can love you like I love you. Out here drinking and I'm thinking about you. You. If this six string.
Hi, welcome.
Oh, are we rolling?
Yeah, it's rolling. So
Oh, cool,
I'm just gonna start whenever we want.
Hello.
So how are you feeling once again?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling pretty happy about the whole thing.
You excited?
Very excited. First time doing a headline show outside of the country, so that'll be an experience. And my first time in Poland altogether, so that's also an experience.
Did you have time to visit something, to walk around?
So last night we arrived quite late, but we just went on the little Lime scooters.
All right.
Just went around. I just spoke to random people asking them where the best place to eat is at 1 a.m.
1 a.m.
Yeah.
This should be plenty.
Lots of kebabs.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't tried a pierogi yet. So.
You haven't tried pierogi yet?
No.
Damn.
Yeah.
We should have brought it.
That would have been
nice.
good. I should have told her to tell you, bring pierogi. Yeah.
I heard you are a Elvis Presley fan. Have you seen
I am an Elvis Presley fan.
Yeah. Have you seen the movie with Austin Butler?
I've seen both movies. I've seen the Austin Butler one, and recently I was at there's something called the Epic. Have you seen this? It's
Yeah,
live in concert. I was at the premiere for that, which was amazing.
Nice. Yeah, I saw the reels. I think.
Oh yeah.
You did. Yeah. And how does Elvis Presley inspire you, or like have an influence on your music? How does it?
Yeah, he actually does. In a quiet way for a long time. He's been inspiring me for years. And then recently I just doubled down. Because last year I did a show. And so firstly, a few people were pointing to Elvis. I didn't really look to him as a reference too much when I was performing.
Okay.
But some people at the show were like, oh, you know, you're kind of giving me an Elvis vibe. I thought, Elvis, really? And then there's this famous Greek singer called Anavishi. She's like a legend in Greece. And one time I was like showing her a video and she was like, you dance like Elvis. I was like, another one.
Okay.
So after a while I was like, I need to look into this. And then now I'm obsessed with him.
Okay.
And I don't want to be imitating him, but just borrowing elements of his persona where it reflects with me naturally. Because I used to like obsess over artists that were nothing like me. Like I used to, you know, like want to be like The Weeknd, but that's not really how I am. So it's good to see someone, yeah. And George Michael's another one I'm going to be looking
George
at.
Michael.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I saw how you play with your voice and loved it, by the way.
Thank you.
I think it's in your songs. It's like it shows really beautifully how you like play with your voice and have fun just with it. I think that's maybe the thing that you have in common with Elvis as well.
Yeah, it's like he does these nice deep vocal tones.
Yeah, but at the same time you can go higher and higher. You know, it's really fun. How did you learn how to sing? Like, is your family maybe like musical or something?
Oh, not at all.
No.
So, learning how to sing, there's like different eras of my voice, and I'll say the biggest jump in my voice came after I started singing in different languages for fun. So I started trying to sing more belting, a bit more operatic, and then I was doing some Greek as well. And then I tried to bring that to the English language, and it just changed the way I started singing.
Okay.
And then working on my latest EP, Something Like an Angel, shout out to the producer, Saran. We were just having so much fun in the studio, and I was just doing silly voices and whatever, and he'd be like, do that on the song. I was like, really? He was like, yeah, do that. And then that was quite liberating, because now I realize like I can just do silly voices because it's my voice.
Yeah, just have fun.
Yeah, like if I imitate someone else, it's still my voice, and then eventually you kind of bring it back to you. Just experimenting is really how I learn.
I've heard something, obviously I've heard something like an Angel, and I loved it.
Thank you.
My Angel is my favorite.
Angel, yeah.
Yeah, it's my favorite. But I wanted to ask you, what was different, like doing this EP and the last one, Are You Still Sleeping? What was different, or what is different?
Everything was different. The process, the topic matter. One of the key differences you'll notice in the songs is the way they're written. With the other EP, which is Are You Still Sleeping, and it has the song Boo Boo Boo, which is like currently my most successful song. What I was doing there is I would just be by myself, producing by myself, sing a little bit, producing, sing a little bit, and it was like high energy.
Okay.
Yeah, and there was not a lot
So
of
you
time on
produced
there.
Are You Still Sleeping by Yourself?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, there's one track where I collaborated with a producer called Briskin, Daniel Briskin. Shout out him.
I liked this EP as well, so that's
Yeah.
wow, that's very impressive that you
Thank
did
you.
so. And Out Here Drinking was like huge, like massive song.
Yeah.
So like really nice. Sorry, I
That,
interrupted you.
no, that's thank you. Yeah, that song Out Here Drinking, I did just jumping around. I didn't have the best equipment. I was just I somewhere on my Instagram I was jumping on a bed singing like this, and yeah, but you can feel that energy in the tracks. Whereas with the new project, me and this producer I mentioned before, Saran, we would sit down, no production, just sit down with the guitar, write the whole song beginning to end, melodies, structure, lyrics, do all of that, and then take it to the studio another day, which was a whole different process. And I love the other songs, but they serve different purposes. These new songs, if you took away all the drums, everything, and you just played it on the guitar, it's a finished track. And that was the goal, like write something that doesn't need production and then produce it. So it's like a different approach. Yeah.
Nice.
I guess
That's
Are
really
You
nice.
Still Sleeping is closer to like how a rapper would make music.
Okay,
Because
yeah.
it's a lot
yeah,
quicker,
yeah.
like the beat's basically done and then you're just jumping on it, you know. Whereas this other stuff is more like how a singer-songwriter would. Yeah.
So I wanted to, like, when we are talking about the differences, I want you to think of 3 words describing this album, something like an angel, and 3 words describing the Are You Still Sleeping?
Oh, okay.
Just 3 words. Like you can be like nouns, whatever, adjectives. What want you?
Okay, so starting with the old one, Are You Still
Okay.
Sleeping? I would
Okay.
say intense,
Okay.
fun,
All right.
and nocturnal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of like
I feel it. I feel
manic,
it. Yeah,
you know, whatever, like head boppy kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the new project, I would say soulful, dramatic,
yeah. Okay.
and I'd like to say inspiring. Like it's got a message, a different kind of
I
message.
agree with this one.
Yeah.
I agree with this one.
Thank you.
My
Angel.
favorite is Angel and Gentle.
Yeah. Good choice.
Is Gentle a love song?
Gentle. Well, it's up to you what it's about, really.
Because it's like it's you sing like I don't want to desert you. I
Yeah.
want to set you free.
Well, it doesn't have to be about like a romantic thing. Could be about anyone in your life.
Okay.
It's this. There's clearly some avoidance going on. There's clearly some remorse behind that decision. It could be to like your brother or your mum after you like push them away. But yeah, it's the thing about this new EP is I wanted the songs to be for everyone in a way where the previous EP, even though everyone can enjoy it, I'm going very specific about my life and I'm being very cryptic. So when you read the stories, like people miss what I'm actually saying because it's kind of niche references to my life and no one really knows my life. So no one's ever going to get it. But the new project is completely universal.
Okay.
I tried to say things that everyone could relate to, that almost should be generic, but not corny. Like,
Okay.
you know, like when you listen to an old song and they say very simple lyrics, but it still sounds like good, like Stand By Me.
Yeah, of course.
Like that's how I wanted the new project to feel. It's
Okay.
like timeless was the goal I was going for. Yeah.
All right. All
Yeah.
right.
I don't know if that answers your question. Kind of avoided
Kind
your
of,
question.
yeah, but I mean, it's all right. It's
Yeah.
right. It's still your interview, you know. You can say whatever you want.
There you go. Yeah.
You are the boss, I can say. But I wanted to ask because when I was listening to the whole EP, I felt like it is kind of sad EP, isn't it? Or what was your feeling? What was your emotions during
Yeah.
the whole process of creating this EP?
Well, you know, one of the songs, Hero,
Yeah.
it was the first time I've ever written a song, and afterwards, I was in front of other people as well, so I had to like, keep it together. It was the first time I wrote a song and I sat down and I was like, I feel like I could cry, but it wasn't sad tears. It was like a feeling I'd never had before. It was like, it's a very vulnerable project. you know. I wouldn't, sad isn't the word though, but there's definitely like
very
a weight
emotional,
to it.
maybe sad, yeah, maybe you're right. Sad
Yeah.
isn't the best word to describe it, but very emotional.
Yeah, like even the ones that are happier and lighter, like Hero, there's like the voice is crying, you know, and it took some real performance to get that vocal out. I'm not gonna lie and say it was all the first take, although usually we use the first take because that's when the emotion is the most raw. So the producer would trick me. He'd be like, just go in, do whatever you think, and we'll do it until we get it right. And then when we go back and we look at, maybe do 4 takes, it's always
the
first take. But there's like a deliberate, I really place emphasis on the way I'm using my voice. Like in Hero, I wanted the Hero to feel really heavy.
Okay.
And like I go too close to the mic so it distorts a little bit because I want it to feel like it's overwhelming the microphone, you know? Like I've heard that in old songs where like Ray Charles explodes a bit.
Too much saturation,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah.
So I'm doing things like this, and so I'm injecting it with passion, but not necessarily sadness. Yeah, it's a passion. Yeah.
It's like the ocean of emotion.
Yeah.
It's like everything at once.
Yeah.
Nice. And do you have this like emotion? I feel like I know the answer for this one, but I'm gonna ask you anyway.
Yeah.
In which emotion you feel like it is the easiest to write? Like what emotion?
What emotion is the easiest to write? Oh, you know, I always have things to say. I'm a yapper, but that's like the hardest question I've ever been asked. What is the easiest emotion to write? I used to just always write sad songs. I don't know, I feel like everyone starts that way. Maybe I'm wrong. But now
But to be honest, that's the answer everybody's saying.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, sadness. It's like the easiest emotion to start. You just like sit, take guitar, like piano, sit by piano, and everything is just coming right away.
But I don't relate to that anymore.
No. Okay.
Nowadays, for me, the stuff that comes out of me the most is like, I can't explain it other than just like intensity, right?
Okay.
It's like intense, so like frustration is something I write a lot. No, you know what? The easiest is love. Love is the
Okay,
easiest,
that was my
yeah.
second
love.
thing I just came into my
But it's
mind.
not romantic love. I'm talking like some
Just
like Bob
in
Marley
general.
love, you know? Some like
Okay.
love. Yeah.
Just give me some love.
Right now, that's crazy you said that. I'm writing a song right now called Show Me Love. And you just said, give me some love. Maybe it's close.
Are you still are you writing during touring?
I haven't been writing during the tour, but
Okay.
just before I was writing
okay.
this other track.
And what about like future EP? Are you like working on something right now?
Yeah, I'm hoping to get something ready for the summertime.
Okay.
We'll have to see. It's not really my choice because when it flows, you know, and when it doesn't, it doesn't. But I'm hoping.
Do you get inspired like during the tour? So like give me some instrument. I have to like do something.
You know what? No, I've just been so distracted. I haven't like had that. I mean, there hasn't been instruments around me.
Yeah, true.
But I know the thing with me is like, once I have my space, it will all come out afterwards.
Okay. Okay.
And I think that was the same with Amy Winehouse. I remember watching a documentary with her, but it was like, she wasn't always in the studio. She'd go away and then she'd come and then do it all in one big bulk and then go. I hope I'm right, I hope I'm just lied. But if I remember correctly, then I see that and I relate to that. Because I'm not writing all the time, hopefully one day, but like the whole EP, I made 7 songs in 4 days and then put 4 of them out.
In 4 days?
Yeah, because that's just how it is. You're like, when I allow myself the time,
Okay.
I just
so that's the
go
whole
in.
process for you.
Yeah, but I can't multitask. Like it's so hard for me to do it on. I'll learn how to. This isn't like a definite
But
thing.
that's good, isn't it? Like you have your time when you are like in the studio, like in your room, and you have time to do something. And you're just like, okay, let's focus.
Yeah.
Do you have like a process of creating a song, or not really?
Well, the process evolves, you know. Like the last EP, like making the beats, mumbling on top of the beats. This EP, sitting with the guitar. The current process is more sitting with the guitar. That's the thing I'm trying to stay with as long as possible, because I'm getting better at guitar, and I just feel like It's a lot more liberating writing songs when it's so quick to change, you know? When you lay something down and it's recorded, by the time you've done that, you can't just spontaneously go, oh, change to a different chord. Like once you're working on a loop, you're trapped within the constraints of that loop. And I like freedom right now with my creativity. So the process right now would be voice memo, guitar, and just hours. I just need hours. And then when it comes, it will come in like very quickly. Yeah.
Which song came that fast?
The quickest out
From the EP.
from the new EP.
Or like in general, maybe you have a song that came to your mind.
Oh, the quickest
Straight away.
song I ever wrote
Yeah.
was, I don't know if you've heard it because it's not on either of the EPs.
Okay.
It's called Go to Hell. It's on my set list though, because it's a good one live. Go to Hell was a crazy fast process. It was already like 1 a.m. when I started. And I started just like, I had this guitar loop. I was just doing a kind of like a funny country accent for a joke. My friend likes Morgan Wallen, and I was just like, on a hill, miles up, like doing an accent. And then I accidentally just said a lyric that hurt. And I was like, oh, damn. And then I just kept going. And I thought, let me do this in my actual accent. I was like, oh, this is a song right here. Wrote it right there, recorded it. Within 2 hours, it was like all done. But you know, you get distracted about like editing and this and that. By 5 a.m., the whole song was done. I never touched it again. If I remember correctly, I don't think I touched it again other than like getting it mixed.
Nice.
So from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m., just whole song. But like, it is a very stripped back song. There's not a lot of elements going on. Just guitar, bass, vocal, backing vocals.
But it's still good.
Yeah.
I like, which one is the hardest? Which was the hardest to do?
Ooh. You know what? If it's hard to do, then it doesn't get done. You know, it has to be fun. But I mean, my biggest song, Out Here Drinking, that one wasn't hard. That was also like a one night, and then like I did the second verse for a couple hours the next night, kind of job. But I will say, the melody of the verse was already done for another demo. So not hard, very easy. But that took that was two separate songs smashed into one. I don't know, that's a cheat answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but you speak Greek, right?
I'm not confident in my
okay.
Greek, at least when I'm sober.
But
Yeah.
I have somebody a beer or something.
Well, yeah, they shout out Live Nation. We've got a fridge full of beer. I almost said we've got a beer full of fridges. Yeah, we've got a beer full of fridges over there. So
is it Polish beer?
I don't recognize it, so
maybe it is. Yeah.
Pierogi beer.
I wanted to ask about Out Here Drinking.
Yeah.
What was the idea like to bring in Greek?
Bring in the Greek.
Yeah.
That's a funny one because so I already had a Greek following online, and people say, "Oh, that was very clever of you to throw a Greek in there." It was the other way around. I didn't want to put Greek in there because, you know, you have like, I don't know, maybe just me, but I think most artists will relate to like this authenticity thing in their head. Like we never want to seem like gimmicky, you know, and I was like overthinking it. I did the melody first. It was ooh ooh ooh, ba-do-do-do-do-do. And we were getting excited because my friend was with me. We were getting excited. That sounds great. And he was like, "What words?" And I was throwing different words, and I knew instantly that the sound I wanted was the word "boo," which is the Greek word for where. But I wasn't saying it because I didn't want to speak in Greek, because I didn't want to look like I was just doing it because I had some followers who were Greek. I wanted to do an English thing because it wouldn't make sense. And then eventually I tried this, I tried that. And I was like, okay, well, there is this one word that could fit. And he was like, okay, freestyle. And I did the line. He was like, "You're doing that, it sounds great." I was like, "Really? But it's Greek." Like, and he was like, "No, just do it." And then we did it, and then it was amazing. So,
it's amazing. Yeah. I love that song.
Thank you.
I saw it has 1,722,000 streams.
Yeah.
That's amazing. How does it feel?
I mean, that was a crazy moment. That was there was one summer where it was just everywhere in Greece and Cyprus, and it reached the Polish charts somehow.
Yeah.
Don't know how, but
yeah, I knew the song before. I was like,
yeah. Oh, really?
I know this one.
That's incredible. I don't know how it got here, But now I'm here, so yeah. How do I feel about the song? I love it. I don't have any. It's like, you know, it's one of my favorite ones to do live. I'm not bored of it. I never get bored of it.
That was my next question. Is like the song that people like scream at.
Oh yeah, and I do it in front of audiences that can't speak a word of Greek, but they all sing along. They sing along. It's a good sound. Boo, boo, boo. I've seen people send me videos of their babies singing it because, like, I think a baby's brain likes the sound.
That's interesting.
So I love it. I love the videos I get sent. I love seeing people who can't speak Greek sing it. And actually, I'm not going to expose, but I saw this really funny video from my last show.
What was it?
So it's me performing it, and there were a couple Canadians and an American from New York there. And I was watching this video, and I heard, I'm like on stage like, I love you, like I love you. And then someone there was like, it means where are you going, my love? Oh, cute. And I watched it, I started crying. It was so funny. So that's the effect I want. I want people to get intrigued, like, what is he saying? And then, yeah.
And now everybody knows.
Yeah.
Now everybody knows.
They know how to say, where are you going?
Did you post it or something?
I kept that one for myself, you know.
Okay.
I only posted the ones where like,
Alright.
you could hear my vocals because I want to flex.
And you also opened for Jan.
Yeah.
How was it?
That was insanely good because his fan base they're really ride or die fan base, you know. And it was really perfect. I just got put in front of these people who care about music discovery, attend shows, you know, because there's different types of people in this world, and I didn't realize that it's a hobby to attend shows, like not just all the people who are already famous and whatever, like actually try new artists. I didn't realize there were communities of people making friends, finding their partners doing that.
It is a thing.
I got exposed to that, doing that. And then now, like, a chunk of my audience when I do shows, I recognize from being the opening act. So I loved the whole experience, and it was very helpful for me as well. Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah.
Did you speak to Jan? Or you like?
I spoke to him briefly, but he was quite busy, and also I think he was a little bit ill because it was London in the winter. So I don't know if you've been to London in the winter, but it's just kind of like cold, and if you're on the train, there's a lot of people coughing. So I don't know. Yeah. I'll leave it at that. I love London. I don't take it the wrong way. Yeah.
All right. So the last question for me is, when did you know like music is what you want to do?
It's kind of like not a decision. It's just a thing that happens impulsively. So I was doing music anyway. I was like.
So how does it start?
It started with. So I used to act, and I used to do theater and stuff. And then one day I was like, I don't do that anymore. Don't know why. I just stopped. It was really random. And then that like expression got channeled into music. I was making beats originally, and then I knew I could sing okay. So I was like, well, I want to sing on these beats, but I couldn't write. And then my writing was terrible. But then I was like, wait a second. I used to write stories. I should be able to write. Because before the acting, I used to write stories. Okay,
so you had a lot of artistic...
yeah, I guess.
Kind of things, yeah.
But then it all got channeled into here, and I'm a perfectionist, and I'm very stubborn and harsh with myself. So I just kept going, and nothing was good enough, until one day I was like, I'm good. And then I just kept going.
Yeah,
and then
good.
The improvement, like the every hour I get... I don't know how to word this. I don't get a little bit better. Each time I get better, I get a lot better. Like the more I learn, the quicker I learn, right? Okay. So that's very stimulating because the progress from year 1 to year 2 is a lot less than the progress from year 2 to year 3.
Okay.
So like in the gym, you have newbie gains. Like your first gains are the biggest gains, and then it's harder. It's the other way around with music. Like, the more you do it, the quicker you get better. So it just became unavoidable. And I was making music all the time when I should have been studying. I was up late. Like, I was obsessed. And I had no sleep for most of my teenage years because all night I was making beats. So that's kind of how it happened, yeah.
But here we are, at your own show.
Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going, yeah.
Nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you
It
for
was
having
very
me.
nice to meet you.
I
And I'm really
enjoyed
excited for the
discussions.
show
Thank you.
and
yeah.
for the new EP as well.
Yes, the new EP that
Okay,
I will say no
so I'm
more.
not gonna say.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna push you or anything. Thank you very much. Juke, everybody. Thank you.
No.
What?
I was gonna be like, nah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Is it all good?
Yeah, it's perfect.